An exhibition is being shown by Venezuelan artist Pedro Glucksmann until November 24th at the Kata Beach Resort Hotel. The opening was held last week. Leading Venezuelan artist Pedro Glucksmann came to the hotel for the opening of the exhibition of 30 of his works, titled Ambiguity, at the Kata Beach Resort, Phuket, last Tuesday, November 4th. Mr. Glucksmann, winner of Venezuela's coveted Cerro Negro Competition with a prize of $400,000 or about 13 million baht, has been exhibiting and selling his art since 1956. He left Venezuela in 1998 to sail around the world with his wife Marguerite in their yacht. He tells us more about his background in engineering and art, but how he ended up sailing to Thailand.
Well, the whole thing really started in Canada, where I did my engineering degree as a civil engineer, and that lasted for maybe 5 years. I was married then with 2 children, and then we moved back to Venezuela, and my artwork never really stopped, because I started doing that even before I went to Canada, and then I continued doing that throughout my professional career. Now then I bought this sailboat that we sailed across the Atlantic, cruised the French canals, taking the masts off, and then practically went through all of Europe, inside Europe, with the boat instead of a car. And then once we went into the Mediterranean again, we crossed the Atlantic the second time to back to Venezuela. And then sailing back and forth up and down the Caribbean many times, we decided to go around the world. And that's how I ended up in Thailand. It wasn't really under plan, but it was sort of the logical path to take. I was very impressed by the fact that Thailand is so different from everything else. You know, because of the people, because of the security of the people, and the happiness of the people.
The works in the collection reflect those years of sailing, with paintings created during the couple's travels around the world and Phuket. His body of work also includes bronze sculptures, but for the Kata Beach Resort exhibition, he was showing pencil drawings and acrylics, mostly abstract. Some of them looking like ocean maps, featuring 24-carat real gold leaf. He told us more about these special, valuable paintings.
Well, these paintings, especially this one here, this was done also in Australia. This was done from the concept of there is no real concept there. It's just the rock with many indentations and the typical signs of the dot and of like snakes coming into this hole there or eye. This is a purely imaginative thing there in this case. And the other one has a little bit more history to it, which is the concept of the spirits of the deep, which rises into the world of reality and sees that the spirit actually finds itself surrounded by gold, because people, all they want is richness. They don't want to take their spiritual life into reality, but they will if you pay them for it, you see. So this is what this picture actually represents.
Mr. Glucksmann said he needs to see all things in their wildest forms, which fall into view much as music needs to be followed and lived, or like the actions of man that transform thought and procedures. Whilst in Bangkok, he sketched a monk and completed it in his studio in Phuket.
Now this monk concept of the monk is a real abstract of a real life situation. Although when I saw this monk in the first time in the Bangkok railway station, he was sitting in chairs, and I rapidly grabbed a sketchbook and sketched him so I wouldn't forget about certain details. And then when I later got to my studio, I completely went and redid it and came up with this with this thought of doing this. This took a long time to develop because it has so many details, and therefore that's why I put it here as a highlight of the exposition.
Like the title of his exhibition, Ambiguity, he declined to be strictly categorized as an artist, although some of his portraits look similar to famous Spanish artist Picasso's drawings. Even for a 73-year-old, he still shows remarkable enthusiasm and talent. There was certainly no ambiguity in the appreciation of admirers who came to see his art at Kata Beach Resort.